history, you know. It's people that have been racing for over 60 years are here today. So yeah, I think it is, and I'm very grateful, honoured to have a winner on this day, really am. And especially for nice people who are sponsoring the stable, and although he came up and he put his nose in front, I'm grateful for it.
Kenderwood and Kith and Kin over the last 100. Kith and Kin, Miss T fights right back. It gets close down the inside, Kith and Kin, and here comes Miss T. Miss T probably got up to win it. Four of them with nothing to separate them.
I think back and remember Clairwood. I won some pretty good races here, you know. Won the Natal Free Handicap when I was a kid. Won the Champions Cup here with Gold Tax. You know, we won a lot of group races here. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful race course, and it's really quite nostalgic and quite sad to say goodbye to it. But I'm thrilled to be able to have a winner with my string on the last day here. And thanks for the crowd that's turned out here. It's been a fantastic crowd, and may we see you many more times at the other two courses. Come to Greyville, come to Scottsville, and have some fun.
I'm very sad. Honestly sad. I've raced here for over 60 years, and honestly it was a lovely course, a good galloping track. It's a pity to see it go, but I think it had to go, the circumstances.
And it's Akania. West End tries to close in. Treble Tot fights back. Cousin Anne gets into the race late, but Sakania's going to win it. And Sakania has won it for Alcarez and for Malaysia and Mauritius and Sucrage Racing, the winning owners, and they sponsored the race. Well done. The Sucrage Racing Asian Young Guns Challenge.
Gotta be cool, relax, get ahead, get on my track, take a back seat, try, take a long ride on my motorbike until I'm ready. Breathe a little bit colder.
It is a very sad day, but on the other hand, one has to look to the future, and progress doesn't stand for anybody. And Gold Circle has done a wonderful job in seeing that Natal racing is back on the front foot, and I'm sure with all the new facilities at Greyville it will continue to do so, and we will once again become a power force in South African racing.
150 to go. Market Trends had enough. Lotus Land and Manor Property. Lotus Land, Manor Property going to the line together. Lotus Land, here it comes, and Lotus Land got it assured.
Clairwood, Andrew, has fond memories for me, you know. That's how I started in racing. I used to be taken there by my dad to Eileen Bestel's stables. My dad's first cousin was Charlotte Bestel. I used, little boy is 8 years old, go there on a Saturday morning, play with the great horses that Eileen Bestel had, because she really had top horses. She was a great trainer, and I remember, you know, fiddling around with the Far Easts and Madame Golds and Chocolate Crisps and Gazanias, and I can't even remember the horses. You know, I know the horses. I can remember those horses better than I can tell you who won the July this year. Yeah. It's quite incredible.
Sabre must have been the best.
Sabre, oh yeah, Sabre was one of the most amazing horses that I'll never forget. First time at Greyville, he won a 5 furlong race, drawn 20 out of 20, beating Ocean City. And Ocean City was no mean horse. He must have won to, and I think in course record. I mean, he held the course record over 9 furlong at Clairwood when he won the Winter Handicap. Came from an impossible position. It's a great, great horse, Sabre. I would say most probably the best she'd ever trained. So I cut my teeth in the racing game at Clairwood Park. So it's as emotional for me as it is for anybody, because I feel like I've been part of Clairwood since its existence. Obviously, association with Brian Passmore being a good friend of our families, you know.
Well, funny enough, speaking to him in the week preceding the Vodacom Durban July, knowing full well that that might be the last time that I would see horses like Legislate or Louis the King or Rake's Chestnut, or, you know, there have been some incredible horses that have been trained at that centre, and Brian was referring to horses like Jerez and
yes.
Theo de Klerk coming there,
yes.
and Terence Millard, all the legends. It is such a special, integral part of South African horse racing, but unfortunately, the reality is that it's gone, and that we have to look forward, and that there are some very constructive moves in the pipeline.
Yeah, Andrew, there's one thing we do know today. Time moves on, things change a lot quicker than they used to in the old days. We just live in that type of world. And absolutely right, we've got to put it behind us. It was great when it was there, but one's got to be forward thinking now. Those horses are going to be trained at Summerveld. The visitors in future will be stabled at Summerveld. And Summerveld is still a great training facility. And as I said, I was an assistant trainer at Clairwood for 9 years. And when I went to Summerveld in late 84, early 1985 when I took my license out. It's quite a challenge for me to get used to Summerveld, because all my assistant days I've been at Clairwood, and even in my younger days going there every Saturday morning was the only place that I knew. So it was a hell of a challenge to me, and it is very different. Clairwood's a lovely track to train horses on. It's a circular track, which I still prefer today, strangely enough. But Summerveld's different. Great horses that get trained there. Look at Brett Crawford this year, had a phenomenal season. They come up from Cape Town. I know people worry about horses supposedly acclimatizing. Tim Noakes will tell you 600 meters is not altitude. Horses acclimatizing 5 minutes, so to speak. And Summerveld also has a lot to offer. We're going to continually improve Summerveld. We've got a beautiful poly track at Summerveld. We undoubtedly have the best grass training facilities at Summerveld. Trainers have grass 4 or 5 days a week. There's nowhere else in just about the world, apart from obviously the old traditional English countries, England, France, Ireland, those places. Well, that's the home of racing. Aristocracy leaving people hundreds of acres to train horses in. The reality is in all modern training facilities, we're very fortunate. And Summerveld it's hard to beat in many respects. And I think people often, I don't know why, they knock Summerveld. But the reality is the best horses have also been trained out of Summerveld. Let's not forget, we talk about Terence Millar's era, and I was at Clairwood as an assistant trainer with the Passmores and Ivan Pickering when he had his best runs, when he won all those races. And then moving to Summerveld, let's not forget the Sid Lairds and the David Paynes and all the great horses they train. Mark de Kock, look at how much success he has. And Summerveld horses, look at the success they've had this season. If you can't train a horse at Summerveld, I honestly believe then you can't train a horse.
Yeah, Gold Circle, I must say, they've gone all out to help us. They're going to move all the horses, all the furniture, all the equipment, and whatever feed and stuff that we got left over. So they are going to help us. I think it's a logistic nightmare, because for me, I've got 70 horses to move in a day, with 35 grooms with their beds and their equipment, and all the office stuff. So yeah, I think they're biting off a hell of a lot. They don't realise what it's going to be. They say we'll move you on the 20th. I think we'll be going from the 20th to the 23rd.
They run down to the 200, and Wolfbauer takes the lead now, and it's Wolfbauer by a length and a half from Arctic Cove. Spanish Bull is well beaten, and it's the big grey wolf showing who's champ. Oh, it's Wolfbauer, the clear winner by 2 lengths.
Still, the atmosphere was great. The racing is still really top class. You know, it's class quality. So I've had a magnificent time. Thanks to Lafferty, I've bet a few winners as well, so I'll go home a winner. Might pay my airfare, who knows? And it's been absolutely tremendous.
And it's Hawkins now exploding through on the inside. Roberts has gone for the whip, and he's going clear at the 200. Live Again, another cloud trying to come on with Scott in his 4th, but Hawkins is 2 lengths clear. Live Again doing all he can to make a race of it, but Hawkins is far too classy for this lot, and Hawkins an easy winner by a length and a half.
Yeah, you know, Andrew, very sad. I grew up in one road behind Clairwood Racecourse in a semi-detached council house. My dad used to walk down and take a jackpot here every Saturday. He was a barber. I come from a poor family, but right here, this was our playing ground. We grew up catching guppies in the ponds here. And yeah, it's sad. This is a green belt in now a big industrial area, residential on the one side. And it's sad, this is all going to go. I mean, besides from a racing point of view, it's sad to see a place like this go. I will say Summerveld does have a good grass track. I mean, if you're able to get there, they have a good grass track, and they've got a lot of horses fit and ready for racing on the high veld from Summerveld. So I suppose, and you're halfway there from an altitude point of view. Yeah. So it does have its advantages. Obviously, it's a smart training facility. There are a lot of teething problems with all the tracks, and whether it's going to now be able to have another 350 horses, it's going to be another question they're going to have to ask. But I mean, we're all on our way there, so we're going to have to find out. I hope not the hard way.
And a swinging away from 1,000 meters. So nothing but
it's time to say goodbye to Conte.
I think it was fitting that it was me that I won the last race over here. You know, I come here 6 days a week, been doing it for the last 7 years.
Blood, sweat and tears all year on the course.
Certainly at this particular course, you know, and if anyone's going to miss it, you know, I certainly am. But I guess, you know what, nobody really likes to embrace change. I guess we're not sure what's out there, but unfortunately this is the past, and we've got to embrace the future and the present.
You'll go down in history.
I'm a history maker of note.
Well done. There we go. Paul Lafferty, thanks to Michelle Narak and also Robert Morvis. There's the winning mementos for Paul Lafferty, winning the 10th and final race at Clairwood. What a fitting end, the favourite.
It's wonderful to win the last race at Clairwood. Anyway, we hope for a lot of happy days at Greyville from now on.
Congratulations. Enjoy the moment. You're also going down in history.
Thank you.
There's your winning memento from Robert Morvis, and that's Mrs. Mary Lally. Of course, those silks over the years, numerous good horses, and come through to win the last race of the afternoon.
Giorgio, recently blooded as a Group 1 winning owner, is the man that officially closed the gate behind Trevor Fourie, who left with a boot full of money, having backed Anton Marcus and Paul Lafferty in the last race. What a fantastic end to the story.